Good morning again. Give me a second to share this. I'm going to be doing cards on this feed, so if you're going to want a card, drop your name. Again, this is a shaman stick. It's San Palo Santo. You can find it on our site. We use them to clear the energy. Go ahead and share this video. If you're just logging on, give me 1 sec. I'm just sharing it. I'm going to roll right into it. I have a current energy update, what's going on, what isn't going on. It's just the usual. But we always have much more to chat about on the full moon, I find. So go ahead and share this. I have some exciting cards too. I've been digging through my cards for you guys so we can do different things, so it's not like the same repetitive stuff. So I got some different cards to do too. Give me 1 sec. I have like one more share. Share this. I'll be giving away a third eye activation. We have so much going on with these consciousness wars. We are in an everyday battle over consciousness, over love, over keeping control over it, and things like that. We know there are forces trying to manipulate consciousness, and we just have so much to talk about right now. Just so much going on just because of this energy storm, what you guys should be focusing on, things like that. Go ahead and share this feed if you're just logging on. I have one more to do. I want to get a really good group, so make sure you're sharing. I'll be giving away third eye activation. If you're not catching me live, you can go ahead and share anyway, because I always announce the winner the next day in the morning. I put it on our page so you guys can see who won, things like that. So let me get into the news. If you guys are going to want cards, go ahead and drop it. I do not want to talk about certain topics. It's just me. I know there's a lot going on in Las Vegas. Things are not what they seem. So you guys shouldn't even be paying attention to this stuff. It's not real at all. It's not as presented. And I'm sure that probably real people are dying, but there's real people dying every day. If you want me to pull out statistics, I can, of deaths globally, things like that. So we should be focusing on ourselves, what's going on in our own life, and things that are really affecting us in real time, because those kind of illusions are not. They're just orchestrated events to take people's weapons, to take people's guns. They are stripping you down, and they are taking your rights right in front of your eyes. Like just right in front of our eyes, in plain sight. That was not one gunman. We all know this. But suddenly there's now camera footage. And you know what I find really cool? That's where Tupac Shakur actually died, and they had the same incidents. They had the same kind of issues that are coming up now about cameras. How did a man walk through metal detectors? The entire building had new metal detectors put in it. We would love to see the footage of him walking through those metal detectors and see how he got those weapons in the building. That's all I'm going to say on the topic. I would love to see that footage anytime, because we know there's cameras everywhere in that city. It's a very, camera area, whatever. So I don't want to touch it. I know a lot of people are freaking out. Well, can you feel the energy? As of yesterday morning, we entered another space storm, so you guys should be starting to feel it. Maybe you're not yet, but if you're not, you will be, because we have a full moon Wednesday and Thursday, and these are just these elite games to take consciousness. So while we should be manifesting and creating and materializing amazing events, there are darker forces that are trying to enslave humanity, and they're trying to distract you to take your power. So that you're not focused on what you should be. It's just a distraction so that you will manifest shitty events. So we have to take back our power. I see people protesting all over the world as well, literally like freaking out. And I just want to say it's hitting my psychic radar, obviously, because when people are in disharmony, the earth will respond. And that's what I'm getting ready for. As you guys know, we always have a lot of seismic activity, volcanoes, things like that. So that's what we're gearing up for. Things haven't really started with it, but they're coming. Let's see. Brazil is having a nightmare with the drug Flocka. It's back, guys. It's turning people into zombies. Flocka is similar to bath salts. It looks like crazy possession type stuff. And some of these drugs, especially synthetic ones, really do crazy things to people's bodies. It's the same with synthetic marijuana. I know a lot of people are really excited that weed is legal, but there are nightmarish things going on with that situation too. So these kind of drugs are always going to be bad. I've seen the footage. It's really disturbing. It's like straight possession type stuff. Indonesia. We have the volcano in Bali at a level 4. The highest level, caution. It's about to go off, along with several other volcanoes, like I'm saying. This is the northeastern area of Bali, so people are unhappy, people are miserable, people are freaking out. Well, the earth will respond now, because we're kind of like little cells in a body. So when people aren't doing their jobs or complying, crazy things happen. FEMA reports. Oh, this was before yesterday, because I didn't do my news yesterday and I kind of had it out before then. FEMA reports they have disasters in 20 different states right now. We are anticipating a possible nuclear strike in California. This could lead to huge loss of life, exposure to more radiation, destruction of infrastructures, and damage, estimating costs up to $1 trillion. Officials in Hawaii have also been preparing for the same thing. Residents have been told to prepare for and to watch out for 12-minute warning sirens. Everyone was also told to stay indoors for 72 hours. Russia and the U.S. are teaming up to build a space station that orbits around the moon. The station will serve as a launch pad for further space exploration. They claim it will be used for manned missions to Mars. It's expected to be built by 2026. This deep space gateway is one of the key components of the new architecture that is more moon-centric now. This will serve for them to study the moon, but it's also a departure point. Basically what's going on is we have the elite destroyed our entire planet and now they want to go colonize somewhere else. We all know they can't colonize Mars, and this is just a distraction because there already was life on Mars and they blew up the entire atmosphere. So everything we see with our Mars missions is just total bullshit. Let's see, we have another space mission. They're talking about colonizing Mars, like I said, right? The target for the first batch of people would be 2024. They want to revolutionize travel here on Earth too with this technology, so they're basically trying to colonize Mars at this point. Yeah, I see the laughing faces, which I'm calling bullshit on. California. The Yosemite National Park had its second major rock slide in 2 days. El Capitan is crumbling literally. People can feel the ground vibrating underneath them. Hundreds of tons of granite fell. There's a massive dust plume in the area still, so we are seeing literally like mountains crumbling, the plates moving around, shifting, getting ready for a pole shift. Kate Winslet says, quote, "It feels like the world is ending because of all the natural disasters happening," end quote. It might feel like the end for some people. That's all I had to say. I'm sure it does feel like the end for some of these celebrities. I'm sure it does. It feels like a really beautiful new beginning, though, where something amazing is going to happen. My life has never been better. I'm really just trying to take control of my life, work on manifesting things. You guys should all be focusing on yourself and manifesting this week. You guys could make lists, vision boards, cut out stuff out of magazines, daydream, however you manifest or materialize things into your life. I want to say that every thought is a manifestation. Every thought we have turns into something in the material world that you see around us. So I think a lot of us could agree that we're not happy with where humanity is headed. Maybe the elite rulers, whatever it is, there's a lot of grievances being voiced here. And I think that they need to be heard. I think it's really important that we're taking responsibility, though, for the things that we don't like, because we created them. I helped create this disaster with all of you guys when I was living unconsciously and when I was on that kind of MK Ultra programming over and over. I helped create this. So now as we unplug from that paradigm and try to create our own right here in the same place, I think it's really important that we're honoring these grievances and becoming aware of them instead of ignoring them, honoring them and healing them. Because this stuff's going to keep coming up over and over again until we can focus on it, heal it, and transmute it. So we really have to focus on what's coming up right now. I don't know, there's just a lot going on around us. I would just unplug, meditate. I had someone really upset over the Vegas stuff yesterday. I was talking to, there are people getting very upset, frustrated, freaking out, feeling like the world is ending, feeling like something bad is going to come, something might be about to happen. People are just kind of feeling it. My advice is to unplug from all of this. I couldn't even do a live yesterday because I woke up in the morning and my Facebook feed was all this crazy stuff everywhere, and it was just so distracting, So I set up a healing post on my page, and I had a really amazing day, like amazing day. I gave so many people links to resources. I really hope that if you guys made it to that post, that if I gave you advice on something, I get it from the Akash, it's going to help you. So really get serious. I see so many people with the same disabilities, fibromyalgia, pain from whatever, you know, all sorts of pain from emotional pain, things like that. I'm seeing the same patterns over and over. And if you guys could just learn to take better care of yourselves, you could completely get rid of these sicknesses. You can heal anything. And by heal, I don't mean like taking pills from the doctor and maybe not having symptoms and then having flare-ups. I mean, you can get rid of it. You can heal it completely. Any kind of sickness is a spiritual sickness, and we have become a nation that is spiritually sick at this point. The rest of the world is watching. It's not North Korea that is unstable for once. It's actually America that is unstable right now. And you're going to see it more and more. It might not be apparent yet, but I was trying to explain these events are needed. These events are needed. We have to respect that we're not in control of this, that the universe is, and that these events are needed to wake people up. If anyone is dying, I guarantee you there's completely service of self and going to another planet to continue learning in the third dimension. We don't die. We're eternal. So we picked the lessons, we picked where we're going to end up long before we came here. I didn't sign up to see entire annihilation on this planet. That's not what I came here for. Neither did you guys. So yes, people die every day. It's just the cycles of it. But we chose something different. We chose to be here. We chose to help. And we chose to teach this planet how to become service of others. This planet is a service of self planet at this moment. That's the problem with everything. And when I say service of self, I don't mean like in a selfish way. I just mean there are people that are doing what's best for them and hurting everyone else in the process. There's a lot of people still living in that paradigm. So it's just really important that we honor these grievances. We have to heal them as a collective. That's why I've never vibed with literally people who want to ignore the negative. We have to bring it up and transmute it. I'm going to be doing, here I'll show you, I'm going to be doing these Reiki healing cards today. I haven't done them before, so bear with me. I'll be doing some Reiki healing cards. I have a nice little collection of cards downstairs, so I was kind of going through them and pulling out decks. So I'll be doing different cards tomorrow too, and I'm going to keep trying to switch it up so it's a little bit better for you guys. Real quick, if you guys need me after, what I will be doing is healing work as usual. I work a lot during these storms. If you guys need me, the link is above. We teach Reiki, we do attunements, we do activations, all sorts of healing activations for whatever the problem is. We're really just trying to elevate everyone, lift everyone up out of here. Kelly, fucking FEMA. Yes, I know, it's crazy. I had to watch their speech for that. They report that they're doing an amazing job, but we have some contradictory advice. I actually saw whoever it was in the White House who was reporting on what a hero story Puerto Rico is and how everyone's working so hard to help the situation. Well, they actually played that interview for the mayor of Puerto Rico, and she almost started crying because there are people dying there. They have not lifted the sanctions. People cannot get food, water, supplies, yet they lifted the sanctions for the other hurricane places, and they're pretty much torturing Puerto Rico. People are dying. People are not getting dialysis. There's no power. People are literally dying there. So, you know, they say they're doing a great job, but there's a lot of contradictory advice from the people on the ground there actually trying to help with these scenarios. So, Kelly, you're basically, and this has changed the frequency, you're basically a human transmission tower, and that's what I am too. It's no surprise I'm drawing you guys to me. You're transmitting a frequency with your thoughts. If you want to change anything in your life, change the frequency by changing your thoughts. Your past thoughts have created the life you're living today, and your current thoughts are creating your future life. What you think about or focus on the most will appear in your life. So if you're constantly thinking about the past, you'll recreate these situations. We have to not look back. We have to literally let go of our past, not look back, and learn how to just, I'm always in the future. We have to learn how to be in the present though. Stay in the present moment. It gets so much easier. You can just stop thinking, period. Just go with the flow. Just respond to situations as they come. Stop trying to plan things out so much. Consciously manifest. Melody Galhakar, good morning from California. The simple act of, oh, and this is expressing gratitude. The simple act of expressing gratitude to someone can make a big difference in that person's life. People like to be appreciated for who they are and what they do or saying, so saying thank you can make them happy and usually make you feel happy too. I wanted to say anyway that we bounce off of each other's vibrations all the time. If I'm in a good mood, I could probably put you in a good mood. If you run into me in a bad mood, I might drag you down. We're really kind of almost tonal too, like how my dog's tonal and responds to me based on my tone and my vibration. That's how people are too. So we really can bounce off of other people or bring them down. So we had to really work at our vibration. Jenny Lynn, attract more good. If you want to attract more good into your life, you need to adopt an attitude of gratitude. One of the good things about developing the habit of being grateful is that you will naturally begin to feel more joyful and less concerned about what you've got. This is something major so many of us are working on with these poverty mindset kind of things. We have to unplug from. We have to learn gratitude for what we have in order to multiply it, in order to manifest more. So spend a lot of time in gratitude for the things you like in your life or you're happy about. Stacey Ferris. I know I have a beautiful batch of souls on here, just enough to light up this entire world. And you guys can light up this world on your own, but it's amazing to see everyone coming together, vibing. We are the grid. We're strengthening it right now. We're healing the grid right now, and it's really amazing to be part of. Stacey, synchronicity. This may be something you want to have, do or be, but it hasn't yet. So sometimes a small part of what you want turns up in your life as the law of attraction gives you a signal that you're on the right track, something we call synchronicity. We're seeing these all the time. 1111, 222, 333, 444. It could be just symbolism everywhere. The universe is always communicating with us, kind of like in the dream world where you can look up the meaning of your dream. Well, there's meanings all around us. Jessica Langford. Oh, happy birthday. We have so many birthdays last month and this month because there's just so many Virgos and Libras around us. Happy birthday. You have a beautiful energy to manifest anything that you want. Right now we can create with this energy. It's going to amp up. It's going to get more and more intense until like Thursday or Friday, the end of the week. So use this energy to create. Only focus on good things. Only focus on what you want. That's why there's distractions everywhere. I heard Tom Petty didn't even die. And I'm not even joking that an LA cop was on the radio saying that they didn't die. The LA police said they couldn't confirm it. So things are not as they're being presented to you. I see every post on Facebook about it. And I'm just like, yeah, unplug from this reality that they're selling you with the media and these celebrities you should be paying attention to, and focus more on your family, yourself, your own life, and things you can really control. So happy birthday, higher level thinking. To get spiritually fit, we need to use soul level awareness, which means raising our thinking to a higher level and viewing our lives in the context of the bigger picture, instead of just reacting to life in the ways we've done in the past. We can start asking ourselves, what's the purpose, the highest truth, the soul gift for me in this situation? This will change things in ways that, to begin with, we can barely imagine. Myself, I'm learning how to see the creator in every situation, every scenario. I'm learning how to see love in every scenario, and in changing my perspective, it's changing my world and my consciousness. Bunyar Pongpei. A climate of compassion. If we could generate a climate of compassion, perhaps we would recognize that everyone becomes the person they are because of the sum of their experiences so far. So maybe we wouldn't judge others so harshly. We have to use compassion. A lot of people complain about their parents a lot. I look at it almost like they're small children, some of these souls, so they can only understand from their perception. Use compassion with everyone. If someone you think they might not be that evolved, then treat them like you would a child, and it will really help. Have compassion. Kula Eckstein. Become aware. Love doesn't always turn out the way we expect, but as long as we continue to struggle and strive to bring things under our control, we're just creating an energy cycle that makes things worse. However, there's no point of just squashing your fears and worries down. Instead, try to become aware of what you're really afraid of and worry about them, then send love and Reiki to that fearful part of yourself. This is bringing out so much fear in humanity. Doomsday fear, end times, things like that. It probably should be. It probably should be, because we can't bring that with us. We had to get it out. So we're seeing it kind of surfacing. So send love to those parts of yourself. Instead of ignoring these fears, try to heal them. Michelle Reyes, connecting with your higher self. Connecting with our higher self is easier than most people think. Yet without this connection, it's often difficult to find the strength, understanding, and inspiration we need for our lives. Find somewhere quiet where you can be undisturbed for a while. Sometimes in nature is especially good. Or sit or lay down and simply intend to connect to your higher self. When it is guidance from your higher self, the answer often pops in your mind even before you finish formulating the question. If I've ever had questions, I will get them sent to me, the answers. So we have to really connect to our higher selves. I had a profound experience, almost like a walk-in experience, where I became my higher self in this body. So it's really possible to do that, to merge with your higher self. Curtis Hatch. Soon. Time doesn't, when people ask time stamps on stuff, time doesn't work. Like people think like, oh, it's going to happen next July. If someone told you that, I would not believe it, because time works more like a series of events or probabilities, and things had to happen in order. So all I can say to answer that is soon. Keep working on yourself. Literally, keep working on yourself completely. Keep working on loving yourself completely. We have to become that love that we're looking for. The things you most enjoy. And part of this journey also we have to do separate. It's only in completing yourself as a soul that you reunite with your twin flame. Also, I'm going to insert this in here. I had someone reading me yesterday that tried to tell me that my twin flame isn't my twin flame. And I'm just going to say that it just kind of opened my eyes that there are people giving very bad advice, very bad readings. You know, we see it everywhere, that we have to learn how to tune all that out. Because trust me, this man is my twin flame, down to every star in our birth chart, down to every synchronicity, every insane thing that we mapped out. And trust me, I have my past life memories. This is my twin flame. So there are people that are giving bad advice. I think if we've learned anything in this matrix, we have to learn to honor ourselves, to listen to our own intuition, because our friends are never going to know quite as good as we are. You're living your life, other people aren't. So it's really easy for people to judge you and give you advice, but they're not in your shoes. I think it's very important that during this energy, we're spending time with our own intuition, channeling our higher selves ourselves, and tuning in for our own information. And that's why I don't even tell people if they're twin flames anymore. I wouldn't even tell that. If someone asks in a reading, I will say, well, what do you think, basically? Because it's not up for me to say that to people. So there are people that will go around and will tell you about your relationship, your life, not knowing you very well. So it's really important that you're aware of that and you're honoring yourself and your own intuition. And Jessica Langford, the things you most enjoy. Brittany, I don't know if you got a card yet. I don't know if you got a card yet. I'm like thinking about it for like 5 minutes. Can you type if you got a card or not so I can do one? Jessica Langford, make a list of the 10 things that bring you the greatest happiness and start to incorporate at least one of them into your life every day. This could be spending more time out in fresh air, doing something creative like painting or writing, listening to music, spending time with friends, baking, reading, or stargazing, any number of things you might enjoy. It's so important that we actually have enough alone time with ourselves. We're always trying to help other people and do everything for everyone else. We have to really spend more time with ourselves. That's why I didn't go live yesterday. I figured I'd just have some me time and like chill with myself, because I'm always helping other people and taking care of other people. So I wanted to put some focus back on myself. So use this energy to really reflect on things. Yeah, I didn't know if you got a card, Brittany. I was like, we're human beings. We often confuse what we do with who we are, taking our sense of identity from the kind of job we have or we don't have. What we all need to remember is that we're human beings, not human doings. It's really important that you know that you're not this role that you're playing. This goes for everyone. You're not this role that you're playing this life. We really identify with these roles, and that's what causes suffering and causes such disharmony. You're just playing a role. Your soul is vast. You've had numerous forms, all different identities, and this is just a small part of who you are. John Haidt. Let's move to planet Mars. Let's destroy our planet and think you can get out of here, even though there's rules of the universe and you're not allowed to leave this planet until you become service to others and progress to a certain point. But let's just think that we can build spaceships and get out of here and circumvent the rules. I might be moving to Mars. I wonder what the price tag will be on that mission. Okay, anyways, the answer is eternal. Unfortunately, many people don't have much awareness of their spiritual selves, so they spend a lot of time trying to fill an explainable void with themselves by seeking power, money, and material success. But the answer doesn't lie outside of ourselves. It's internal, not external. And it's in the essence from all of us, the wise, loving, powerful, and creative inner core of our being that some call the higher or the inner self. Nothing ever is going to make you happy. No amount of money, no amount of material things, things like that. We have to create that happiness, and we have to create that peace within ourselves. RJ Alice. Reach a different state. Some people's spiritual wake-up call happens during major changes or traumas in their life, such as a near-death experience, the birth of a baby, or a serious illness of someone close to them. At these times, we become very focused, so the more superficial preoccupations of everyday life get pushed into the background, enabling us to reach a different state of spiritual awareness. Tasha Hurst. A climate of acceptance. If we could generate a climate of acceptance, perhaps we wouldn't need to feel challenged by people's differences. But instead, we could all learn to accept that each person's unique, with his or his own unique way of thinking, feeling, and seeing the world. So we wouldn't always expect them to think and behave like us, but instead we could accept the strength in diversity. Jay Dords. Jay Dords ran into me at 7 a.m. in the morning, and when I first wake up and I'm just kind of getting into my job, it takes me a few hours to get to this point. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably like 4 hours past that point. So now I'm good. I'm awake, I'm chill, but I don't drink coffee anymore, so it takes a little while for my vitamin B to kick in. So sorry to run into you like that. I have kind of a powerful energy, and I just kind of like to go and do my job. So when people stop me, I get kind of crazy. We are focusing on the energies within you. I want to teach you guys energetic matters that changed my life. It's just like little basic things that we can change our vibration and change the things we attract to us. We can get rid of these kind of blocks and unlimit ourselves and just manifest anything we want. And I put up a really amazing article because this goes right in with my theme. I want to talk about the theme of the day will be etheric energy. We all know about earth, wind, and fire and these elements, but the theme today would be the ether. This is the energy that is the unseen. It is the unifying force that connects all of us. So check out the article I wrote. It's on my personal page or on my website. Life force energy, or chi, flows within the physical body through the energy centers called the chakras and pathways called meridians, as well as flowing around the body in a field of energy called the aura. This energy field responds to everything we think, say, feel, and experience, and it becomes disrupted or blocked whenever we're consciously or unconsciously accept and absorb negative words. Thoughts, feelings, and experiences, allowing Reiki to flow through us, will unblock and disperse these negative energies. That's what I'm always doing. I'm always sending you guys energy and trying to unblock and unlimit you guys, because it's from these blocks that we manifest scenarios that we don't like. That's why one of my major things we do is chakra openings, as you guys know. And I should have been like, well, instead of how I responded, I should have been, because I thought about this, it should have been like, that's your world, and I'll come visit you guys in your world. I'll come vibe with you guys. I hang out with you guys every day. I see glimpses of your world on my feed, but I think it's really important that I honor my world and my perspective too. And we're not all going to be alike. We're all going to have different perspectives, different views. And I think we all had to work at being less judgmental of other people's situations. I do that too. I judge people. Sometimes maybe they're doing better in their situation than they are, just because of how I like to look at things. But I think it's really important that we're honoring other people's perspectives as being different, but recognizing that we have to honor our own, because everyone has their own path. Let's see. My comments are going haywire, so I'm just kind of going to skip around. Donna is vegan. Understanding. If you change your reactions by perhaps being more understanding of the other person's position, because once you realize its perception is different from yours, you're feeling less threatened by someone's actions, by developing more self-confidence and greater self-esteem, or simply by listening to his or her explanation rather than instantly sounding off. Then you'll get a whole new set of reactions from the people around you. I see the same arguments all day long on here about like flat earth, round earth, whatever. Same kind of arguments just every single day, right? Just part of the job. But I think it's really important that we honor that both those probabilities are real. Each person's version of their reality is real. And we're never going to align completely with each of our universes that we have. Edward James, good morning. The law of attraction. As the law of attraction vibrates at a particular frequency, it attracts and resonates with other things vibrating at the same frequency, including your thoughts. It works for everyone at all times. And then it's basically, that's how we attract things into our lives. Whatever you focus on, whether it's positive or negative. That's why these things, I call them traps, because they will make you think certain thoughts that you would not have thought of otherwise. If I hadn't shown you that media footage and you knew nothing about it, you would have had completely different thoughts. So there are these traps around trying to influence our thinking. Just really use this energy this week until Friday. This goes for everyone, for manifesting, for drawing to you what you want. Let me see, what do I really want? I had to think about this morning. I'm grateful for everything I have, and I really don't need anything. But if I was going to put out vibes for what I want, I'm always trying to draw like chakra openings and Reiki students to me. So I'll put that vibe out. And I was trying to really like simplify it. How do you put a vibe out? Well, you can put it out with words, thoughts, daydream about it, things like that. Just keep putting the vibe out for what you want in your own life. Do a deep inventory. What are you trying to manifest right now? I had to really think about it. What do you want to see in your life? Emma Murphy. Open-minded. The problem is that we generally only see things from our own perspective and often assume the way we see things is the way others see things. That is often the root cause of problems with other people, which in turn can lead to the development of negative emotions. So we need to become more open-minded. And I'm just skipping around. Jen Bird, though. A climate of understanding. If we could generate a climate of understanding, perhaps people wouldn't feel they had to stick so rigidly to their own ideas, but that would instead recognize that other people's ideals had values too. So some sensible compromises can be reached. Ben Beeler. I didn't see the comment yet. I can't block people live. I should be really grateful though, because I guess that's fans, right? Crazed fans. Lionel has a lot of crazed fans too, I see. Kind of entertaining, so I see we might have a crazed fan. I think it's amazing that they're watching too. They need love. Ben Beeler. Face your fears. Facing up to your fears can often show you that the fears wasn't anything to be afraid of. Sometimes the fear is something is actually worse than the thing itself. I actually manifested all of my fears this life and watched them play out. So now I'm trying to manifest things out of love. So just let go of your fears. Let's see. Dwayne She Jones. Everyone around you should be your soulmate. At this point, I'm hoping you guys are done with karmic lessons permanently. I'm hoping humanity has reached a place where we're done with karmic lessons. Karmic lessons teach us to love ourselves. Sometimes the lesson is to leave the person because they're not loving us right, and we don't really deserve that. So that's part of the lesson. I'm hoping at this point that we've all progressed to a place where we're all either coming into union with soulmates or twin flames. Living with gratitude. Be thankful for everything you have now, have had in the past, and will have in the future. Being actively grateful will bring even more good things into your life. Desiree Lewis. Honor yourself. We need to respect whatever job we have chosen for ourselves and to honor ourselves by doing our best to create a feeling of satisfaction in that work. All work is valuable to the extent that we choose to value it. Remember that you are your own life's work. Ignacia Konahazi. Transform negative emotions. We can find healthier and safer ways of expressing that frustration that usually lies behind anger by turning the emotions into creativity, going for a brisk walk, or doing that very old-fashioned thing, counting to 10 before you speak. I always think on things a lot before I speak out about it. I'll be the one who will take a whole day to channel on something and to really think about it. I'm really slow with reacting to things. So that's some good advice. Try to think before you react. My feed's going crazy today. Let's see. Crazed fans. Catherine Needham. We know all about it. Crazed fans, right? I was watching this show on like Joyce Myers. I'm not very familiar with her, but she had like some people trying to kill her. And she's like a Christian preacher, I'm pretty sure. So it just kind of goes with the territory, I think. Try smiling. Whenever you have a fearful thought, try smiling. Because psychology can follow physiology. In other words, change your body and you can change your mind. Try it, and it's really hard to worry or be afraid. Sometimes you just have to make yourself do things. I'm surprised at the strength I find in my own life. Just to do some of the things on my mission, I find this strength. And when you get spiritual, you'll find you have a certain strength that you didn't have before. Peggy Tripp. Half empty or half full. An important aspect of your thinking process is whether you generally view things from a positive or a negative perspective. This is often described as seeing things from a glass half full or glass half empty viewpoint. But from a metaphysical perspective, such thought has an energetic vibration, so it does actually matter what you think, optimistically or pessimistically. I heard it described, I'm teaching a Mystery School of Atlantis class, and I'm studying the Law of One, and I had it described in the Law of One that you can have like a campfire scenario, and I could go to that campfire and you could, and I could have a really good time and you might have a bad time. So it's all about perspective and how we choose to view things. So we have to change the perspective on our lives and the way we're looking at things, because we can just become so miserable with our lives, and then we put ourselves in a rut. It's like a creative rut. So if you're happy and excited about anything, it's going to be like you're following your bliss, and the universe will align with that. I see a lot of people trying to start spiritual businesses and doing similar things to me, and they might not be doing so good. You have to be doing what makes you happy, what makes you passionate. You have to be kind of following your passion. So if that isn't your passion and you're not putting your heart into it, you're not going to do good with it. It's just like anything else. So put your passion into things. Mari Wiener. We can try. Sometimes it's tough to try to understand someone else's motivation if he or she does or says something that hurts us or hurts those that we love, but we can try. Just try for today. Dina Policat. Clear affirmations. Decide what it is you wish to work on, then create simple, clear affirmations or goals in the present tense, as if they were already in existence. Such as, I have the perfect job, which is fun, fulfilling, and financially rewarding. And allow yourself to visualize your life as it would be when you achieved your goals. I see a lot of people complaining about things in their life. I'm trying to figure out, I might do like a post on this. I see a lot of people complaining about things they don't like in their life. And when you focus on it, you're just strengthening that and drawing more of it to you, more of what you don't like to you. So when people are saying, I'm broke, I don't have money, you're enforcing that paradigm, and you're going to bring more of that being broke to you, more of not having what you want to you. So we have to retrain our minds. We have to focus on, you might be broke. Be grateful you're in your house. Be grateful you're not starving. I can show you really crazy scenarios that we're working on as light workers that will make you feel a lot better, but what are you grateful for? Say nothing. Don't you have kids? Don't you have someone that loves you? A dog maybe? What do you have? Focus on what you have. I think a lot of people are saying they're broke. Everything in your house or where you live costs money. Your clothes cost money. Your haircut probably costs money. Just the bed I'm sitting on costs money. There's money all around us. Money is a certain energy as well. So it's just like anything else. If we focus on our lack or what we don't have, we'll draw more of it to us all the time, and you just get in a rut. So you might be broke. Stop saying it though. You might really be broke. Stop saying it. Stop enforcing it. I see the same people all around me telling me how they don't have money, they don't have this, they don't have that, and you're just enforcing it. So you have to stop focusing on what you don't like and start focusing on what you like. I don't know, I'm going to focus on how I have a whole day to create things. Maybe I'll be healing some of you guys. Who knows what I'll be doing. I just kind of go with the flow, but I'm going to be focused on what I like in my life. I'm going to go bring my dog outside when I get off of here, and I'm going to focus on nature and how beautiful it is. And through shifting our perspective on things, we make huge shifts in our own lives. We just can overcome so much, draw totally different things to us, and we don't want to draw these fearful scenarios to us where, you know, we're imprisoned and enslaved and impoverished. We don't want to draw this stuff to us anymore. So we need to stay grateful. We need to focus on what we do like about this world. I told someone yesterday, there's good and bad happening every single day. If you want to find evil in the world, you can on a daily basis. I can help point you out if you want. There's good and bad stuff happening everywhere, but there are good things happening too. There are good things that you can be focusing on in your own life. So I suggest you guys kind of unplugging. Maybe unplug, get some meditation time in, spend time with yourself, and work on manifesting. From now until Friday, every thought you're having while you're watching my feed, you're already manifesting. That's my intent. I'm trying to plant positive seeds for you guys. This is a positive programming type of thing I'm doing, but just be aware that every thought you have from now until Friday is going to materialize into your physical reality. So if you don't like your reality, change your thoughts and your reality will change. I'm going to let you guys go on that note. I have kind of a crazy day. I'm here. I really recommend using this energy for either chakra openings, activations, check out our classes, things like that. Use this energy to do something nice for yourself. Stop putting the focus everywhere else right now and go within. Put the focus on yourself and on healing yourself right now. It's an amazing healing energy, and enjoy it. This is about taking action. If you don't like your life, stop complaining about it and change it. I'm trying to give you guys some motivation. Change it. If you don't like that you don't have a job, get a job. If you don't like being broke, get a different job or get a job. Like, you guys can make these changes. You can make these shifts, and you have to do it. No one's coming back. No one's coming to save us. We are the ones that were chosen to do this ourselves. So really just put the focus back on yourself. Stay high vibe. Set your own vibration. There's going to be people all around you trying to bring you down to their level because people are freaking out. It's always the ones that are ungrounded. The best advice I can give you is I stay real grounded during these storms. I'm a Taurus. I have a grounding energy anyway. But I stay really grounded. I stay in Zen. I stay peaceful, and I get through these shifts and these storms amazingly. So stay grounded, love and light. You want to go out?